This is my blue mini. Actually, it's not so mini. It's an 8x8 with a 3-inch spine. Blue is a color I don't typically use or do or work with, but this was pretty paper, I thought, and it had some embellishments and some extra things that I thought would make the album look nice. I have these large blue flowers I've had for a little while. They came from the United Kingdom. I have been waiting for just the right time to be able to use them, so I thought they would look real well on this particular paper. I'll show you a close-up of those. The title is popped. I made all of these leaves. They're die cut, inked, and well, they were first stamped, then die cut, and then inked. I've got 2 stick pins here. This was made by a friend from the group. Been waiting for just the right time for it as well, because like I said, I don't typically work with blue, but this went well with it. I have a metal butterfly that's, repositionable. If you want it flatter, you can have it flatter. You want to raise it, the wings up, that will work as well. I glue all my metal embellishments down with a glue that does work with metal. I don't just use some inexpensive glue for the metal pieces, or for any part of the album for that matter. I use all top quality glues and double stick tape. Let me show you the spine. If I can get it to look. Well, I can't get that. There we go. That's better. That shows you the texture that's on the spine. So I created that. I like it a lot. I use it not on all of my albums, but on some. The back, same paper, the same trim with pearls that's on the front of the album. Here's a journaling spot for you to personalize if you wanted to give it as a gift, or maybe you want to just put a note to yourself. Another quick look at the front, and then we'll go to the inside. Normally what I always did was, on my mats, I would make them with double-sided collection papers, but on the last few of my albums I haven't done that, but I've tried to show you that, and you'll see in these videos, I'm going to try to get a little better with my videos, that if they're black on the back, I will show you. So this is what these all look like. They're sizable tags. They're very big tags, or photo mats. A photo would look really nice on here, and then that way the black border would make your photo really show up so much more. The focus would be on the photo. So, and not take away from the pretty papers, which can be spread then throughout the album. So, also I have these embellishments from the paper collection. You can see they're popped, a number of layers, 3 layers on this, and most of them, I believe there's probably at least 3 layers on there. There's some sparkle and glitter that's on there. All my borders throughout my albums match. I don't like I don't like various borders used. I think the entire album should flow and coordinate, and that's what I like to use, is just one border. If I have border pages, they're all going to match. This is some mulberry flowers with, oh, my little blue flower got mashed. And I had this little, I found these buttons that have the little blue butterfly on them. I've been holding on to those for a short while and thought they would be really perfect in this album. There is that page. These you can on these pages that have the border pocket page pocket at the bottom of the page, you can put a 5x7 or a 4x6 horizontally. On this side, you can put it in vertically. Even a 5x7 under here would show, because you got the holes, that would show through and really make a nice presentation for your photo. This is the mats that I made for this page. They're various sizes, but they are sizable. They're large. I made them large on purpose because there's so much room in this album, with it being an 8x8. You can journal on any of these small areas, or use these large tags. And these are double-sided. The back side of the large tag matches coordinates rather with the very next page. So that's why they may not look like it flows with this page, but with it all being the same paper collection, I think that they do. I made also in these side pockets, I made an envelope for each one. This one has, I think I have 12 different little sayings, different little journaling cards. It's 2, 4, 6 there. Yes, there are 12 of these smaller journaling tags that you can place anywhere you want. Tuck them in any place you like. You could even use some, I've got some, this is the only side pocket page that I have the smaller sizes. The other, and they're all in here, but the other ones are larger journaling areas that if you wanted to use them for a handmade card, you could do that. Oops, I'm sorry. Here are these mats. That. And that. Another three-dimensional flower. Here's another three-dimensional flower. I like the sparkle on there. It makes it, it's pretty. I think it's pretty. Here's this side with these tags. Here's my large tag on the side, and there's the back. Here is the envelope. Now, this is where I was talking about the larger journaling tags. There's quite a few, and there's, you know, there's this size in each pocket, each envelope of each side pocket. So you have plenty. I wanted to give you those because they just all go with the collection, and I don't have any more of this paper. I thought they should go with the album. That you should get those. Whoops, I think I want to turn that this way. Goes in better. And there's that. Now this page, these pages, they're a little bit different color. They were with the paper collection, but they're a different color blue, and there's a little more browns in them, and a very vintage papers, I thought, the colors. These white flowing flourish type things, they're kind of they have a slight soft fuzzy feel to them. I hate to use the word fuzzy, but you know, that is kind of what they feel like. They're very soft, and it's quite different. So these two pages have those particular papers on them. I used it all because I wanted you to have the benefit of the entire collection. I put hydrangeas on each side, and then there was the extra leaves, the three-dimensional leaves that I used. Hear this, I love this feel. I think you'll like it too. It's just very unique. And you know, really, when I think about it, the paper is very pretty. This other side, as you'll see from my albums, the way I do them is the back side of this large tag is going to match this page. So that's why it goes in like that. But the front of it is going to match and flow with these two pages. Should have got, I think, there we go. Got hooked on there. Here's another envelope with more of these very large journaling tags. They have different, have different sayings on them, depending upon what you want to convey in your album. Or maybe the person that you give it to, if it is a gift, they will be able to say whatever they like. They can be, like I said, they can be used for additional areas for handmade cards. Here's another three-dimensional flower, some glitter, and here's the match for this page. I did make some of these that were, you know, the paper actually, in this case, is horizontal. You can use it that way. It will still go in there like that. Or that way. It's completely up to you. A lot of mats, a lot of journaling tags to give you options and choices. This side, another three-dimensional flower. I used all that I had. They were just, I had like 2 packages of them that I had for quite a while. I bought it when I bought this paper collection, along with all those journaling tags that you're seeing, and I wanted to use the entire thing, so you're getting everything that I had. Here's this side pocket tag. This is pretty large. They're all large, and each side pocket has one. And each side pocket has this black envelope that I made. And they all have tags. Only the first pocket page has those smaller size journaling tags. All the rest of them have these larger ones. And there's so many of them to use however you like. With all the different sayings, there's many possibilities. This page, another three-dimensional flower. I think maybe you'll be able to see a little bit more of the sparkle there on this particular one. I like the muted colors on this paper. And then I thought this matched that blue in there very well. I love the flowers and the dots together. And then I thought the black border really made the whole thing stand out quite a bit. So I had that mat, this one that matches the paper, the background there, and then another coordinating mat. Excuse me, I have a little bit of a cold. Here's this page, another dimensional flower. These papers match. Both my sides, I make them coordinate. I like for them to. I think it looks better. It's just a better presentation. This particular paper has these flourishes are raised. You can feel it, but not so much so that they would interfere with your photo. But it's just that texture that's really kind of neat. So maybe on some of those kind where there's a texture, a raised area that you can feel, you might want to leave this side and you can journal a little bit. There's plenty of room there for a date, a name, maybe a little small something you want to say, and then this side you use for a photo. So that's just a suggestion. Here's the large tag here for this page. I really like this particular piece of paper out of the collection. I thought it was really pretty. Here's my last envelope with all my tags in there. They all have the lines, so it's just, and there's enough space in between the lines. They're made really well, I thought. It goes in there. There's plenty of room for it. Slide this in there. It's wanting to catch on that envelope. You can seal the envelope. You can do away with the envelope. You can use the envelope if you want to make your own handmade cards, or if you just don't need it at all and you want to use all of those journaling tags throughout this album. This page has, I'll try to show you the sparkle on that dimensional flower. And then these tags, there's that one, there, and there. I hope I'm in frame for everything. It's difficult when you're trying to look at the album, you're trying to look at the viewfinder, and a lot of things to try to keep in mind when you're showing these. There's these tags. That can be turned that way. That. And then this one. So like for these, even though it's from the same page of the collection, you can have a horizontal photo and a vertical photo. A lot of options, completely up to you. There's another mulberry flowers rather, and some leaves. Another one of those little blue buttons with the butterfly. Oh, thought that was really kind of cute, and they just went with this album. I knew I was saving them for a reason, and you always find the perfect place for these things that you hold on to for so long. So there again is another look at the front. I hope you like it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.